Welcome to Good Morning Vail. Now, 2023 was an awesome year, full of fun adventures here at Good Morning Vail. So let's take a look back at some of those fun things that we did. Sit right back, have a cup of coffee, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys. Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Thank you for spending your New Year's Day with us. We're so very excited to take a look back at all our favorite times in 2023. One of them was when Liz got to talk to dogs in a pile. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to a special edition of Good Morning Vail in the evening. This is Liz and I am super excited. I told you earlier this morning about a special interview that I was going to have. Well, they're here. I'm surrounded by awesomeness. Look at these guys, everybody. Would you be a happy person? I know I am. Well, they are part of a great band, Dogs in a Pile, and they are going to be at Agave tonight, and it's going to be a great show. The show doesn't start till 10 p.m., so you can literally get over there and eat a lot of Mexican food, then dance your pants off to Dogs in a Pile. I'm really, really excited to have you guys here so much. It's like I'm watching a really fast racket game, so it's going to go like this today. What I want to do is ask everybody a question, what your name is, so you can introduce yourselves to the Vail Valley, and what you do, what is your role in the band. So we'll start with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Vail. I'm Sam. I play bass and occasionally sing.
Nice. Okay.
My name is Jeremy Kaplan. I play the keyboard instruments and I make some mouth noises.
He's a vocoder thing.
I'll dance.
Really? Like beatboxing?
We gotta get him a guitar.
Yeah,
so he
his
can get up
guitar's
on-
coming, you know, it's all sorts of stuff.
Nothing like that. Okay, what about you?
My name's Joe Babick. I play the drums, and that's about it.
Yeah, Joe Babick, I have decided, is the quiet one in the group. A little bit more going on. Joe's like, yeah, I'm just going to hang here and watch everything go down. But that's cool. I like that.
He keeps us grounded.
It keeps you grounded. See, yeah.
Joey's the youngest, too.
Oh, I know. He's such a... It's so cute. I have to say that it's a great camaraderie that you guys have, before I continue on here. Serious, you know, you have a group of guys all in your same age range, young and super already on their way to big times. And it's great to see that you have a little brotherhood thing going on here. It doesn't seem like there's friction, which is really cool. If it was an all-girl band, they'd be like, meow.
Just wait a few minutes.
Oh, wait a few minutes, okay. Oh, I'm sure the stuff goes around, but it's a lot of fun, I bet. Who am I over here? Who are you?
I'm Brian Murray, and I play guitar and sing.
Nice. Play guitar. And what about you? I love your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's super fun.
Lucky it's a good day for it.
It's a good day. Oh, in Colorado,
every
it's
day.
always a good day for your hair.
Right.
Never a bad hair day in Colorado. So what do you do with the band?
My name is Jimmy Law, and I play guitar and I sing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we have a great ensemble here, and the only way you get to hear them play is tonight at Agave at 10 p.m. It's going to be such a really great show. So I have a couple of questions for you guys. First of all, how long have you all been together? Since you're so young, it kind of blows my mind that you've made it as far as you have at your young age, which makes me super excited and so proud, like I'm a little mama right now. But how did y'all get together? Did you know each other as kids?
Well, it's actually funny you mentioned the brotherhood when you got to Joey, but me and Joey have known each other since, I don't know, Joey was probably 6 years old and I was, you know, whatever, the difference.
Really?
And, yeah, our dads were really good friends and they grew up kind of together. And
This is great.
went to
Did
band
you
shows
know you
together.
loved music when you were kids?
Yeah, we had the Grateful Dead just blasted in our face our whole lives.
Coolest kids ever, I gotta tell you right now. This is so neat. And so that's why I sense it. Because there's like a bond. And so how did it all start once you guys, did you both start it or did you come out into one of your worlds?
I met these guys in high school. I grew up near them.
Okay.
And then we started jamming. And then I went to Berkeley College of Music in Boston and met these guys who were from Long Island.
Amazing school,
Then during
congratulations.
COVID, we all moved down to Jersey Shore and like started like full time, just focusing on that, all efforts on that basically.
Well, how do you focus on anything in the Jersey Shore is what I want to know. You guys, it's so much fun over there, you know? It's a lot of fun. But that's amazing, and it's a great place to get your grounding and everything because you're on the beach. You can just soul search out
And
there. And
that's the
enjoy
main
yourself.
part of like what got us started so quickly and good is that the music scene is just so rewarding there, and there's so many great fans, and you know Bruce Springsteen's from there. There's been tons of great bands. We have Asbury Park, which has like nationally touring acts come through all the time.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and all the people that are like, there's a lot of like Deadheads in the Asbury area, and the support. I mean, those guys. There's live music in Asbury and around there, you know, like 5 nights a week. So everyone's going out to see everything all the time.
Yeah, people just love live music.
They
around
really
there. Like,
do.
even on like a Tuesday, Monday, especially in the summer, you could see bands.
People are itching. It's
Sometimes
crazy.
some bands are better than others, but there's
Sure.
a lot of
Well, I
music
know
everywhere.
exactly what you're saying, because here is the same way, especially in the summertime, all the outdoor festivals and concerts and shows that we have all the time. It's a lot of fun. But being on the Jersey Shore together and getting your groove like that, what was it like the very first time you guys played live together?
It didn't work very well, actually.
It didn't? Oh, I want to hear it. I love stories like this.
It's funny because I mean.
The first time all 5 of us.
Yeah, well, this lineup that is.
Okay.
The band kind of came in phases, you know. I wasn't in the band at first. It was Jim, Joe, and Sam with some other cats. Then I kind of scooted my way in. Then Brian kind of scooted his way in. The first time the 5 of us here played together, we all like had a little talk after the gig, and we kind of agreed like, I don't know if this really worked, you know. But lo and behold, I guess, you know, within a year, probably 6 months after that, it was kind of a thing, and we were all pushing to make the 5-piece happen, you know.
And there was a
Wow,
very
that's a great story,
There was a
though.
very special show in Vermont where Brian like sat in for the first time the whole time. It was just like really special and awesome. And then after that, we were kind of like, all right, this is definitely the.
You found your niche
Why
right
not?
then and there.
Yeah.
Well, I always say I say niche, and this is by niche. One must have a little chaos within oneself in order to give birth to a dancing star. So that's basically what you just explained. I think things that start off a little maniacally always end up falling together in place. Look at you now. You are in Vail, Colorado. You're about to play in one of our premier clubs out here tonight. How do you feel about it? Are you excited? Is this your first time playing at Agave?
Yes.
Oh, excited.
I don't think any of us have ever been, or you've probably been to Vail, right?
No, I've
No?
never been to Vail. This is our second time in Colorado, or yeah.
Okay.
Playing. Yeah, we played
Playing,
in
yeah.
Denver at Cervantes
Okay.
2 nights in September for Fish after parties.
Oh, okay. So just remember to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth tonight, okay? You're going to run out of breath a little bit sooner than you think, but that's going to be a lot of fun. Take a breath, too. That's really exciting that this is all your first time out here. Do you get to explore at all, or are you going right back on the road tomorrow?
Tomorrow we get to hang out a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
and
true.
take it
Tonight and
easy.
tomorrow.
And then I think Omaha's the next show on Wednesday, so I think that's like maybe probably like 12, 14 hours, so probably like a 2-day trip.
Something like that, yeah. Yes.
That's really, really cool. Do you guys have a bus or anything that says dogs in a pile as you're driving down the road?
It doesn't say. So actually, our friend has a big van that has dogs in a pile, like spray painted, all this sick like neon
That's
art.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
And
cool.
sometimes he'll pull up to festivals, and then people will be like, "Oh, the dogs guys
saw
just
your
showed
van."
up." And
It's
we're
on
like,
our first
"No,
album
that's not our
cover,
van."
too.
It's
Oh,
our
see,
friend's
that's
van.
great.
But we have a bus we're renting for this tour.
Okay.
So it has like bunk beds and stuff. So
It's like a mini bus.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
called a
it's
bandwagon.
Well, with this many people, and then
it's
you
not,
have crew
it's not
too,
like
it's going to be a
luxurious or
lot.
anything, but it's like just.
Oh, it's
It
perfect
does the
though.
job,
It's
yeah.
really like perfect. It has
Oh.
everything you
Oh
need.
my
There's a little
gosh.
mini kitchen and TV.
Beds
I
are
could live like
comfortable.
that,
There's
you know?
cable,
Yeah.
right?
Just go on the road and be. And is this your biggest road trip so far?
Yeah.
Longest, yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
longest
definitely-
and the
yeah.
biggest bus and everything like
Well,
that?
we
Yeah.
rented the same exact bus we opened for Twiddle, like one of our
Ooh,
favorite bands.
I know who they
like,
are.
Yeah, so we got really close with them, did about 12 to 13 shows around the country with them. And just got to hang out with them every night, and they're super awesome dudes. They write amazing music.
Oh my goodness. It's always good to get some effects from other groups. And
Yeah,
just to learn
they
and
taught us.
explore
They
with each
taught us
other.
a lot. We're like all kind of like mentoring us in like a cool
Well,
way.
that's a beautiful thing, because for somebody to take you on and just give you advice, because that just means that they're good people and they're still grounded. They haven't let it all go to their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just really cool, and I love that that's really something that you guys can relate to and have somebody to talk to and learn from. I want to learn something right now. I love your name. But as a band, Dogs in a Pile, I have a visual and I can picture an album cover in my head, but I'm weird. So tell me how you came up with Dogs in a Pile. How did you come up with the name? You haven't said anything yet.
Your dad kind of came up with it.
Oh, really?
So when we first started, really, when it was just like 4 of us. Yeah, it was with like.
Yeah, it was like in the very beginning when we were kind of just starting to play like backyard parties in small bars in New Jersey and New York and stuff.
It was before Brian and I were in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And your dad?
Yeah, we were a Grateful Dead cover band.
Okay.
He basically was like, you guys need a name for us.
Yeah, because we didn't have a name.
That's actually pretty cool.
And it's from a Grateful Dead song. It's from He's Gone, like, which is like awesome Dead song.
Right.
It's kind of funny too, because a lot of people, I mean, people who don't know us and they see us on a bill, they're like, oh, we thought you were a Dead cover band, and it's kind of interesting. A lot of people, you said it before, that people will just come out, like there'll be more fans that come out because they think it's a Dead cover band. Then they're like, well, I wasn't expecting this, but you know.
Yeah, well, this.
But they like it anyway. I gotta say, I wanted to check out your sound and really, really listen. You don't sound like anybody. I mean, like you said, maybe, you know, from inspiration that you've gotten through the years, I'm sure a musician might pick out certain notes and things like that that they can relate to. But I feel like you have a very unique sound. It's completely on its own. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know what you call it, but you do have your own special beats and noises, and well, obviously lyrics are always different for every song, but you just have a different sound.
I think that's born of our extremely varied musical interests.
Okay.
I mean, everything from, you know, the jam band classics of The Dead and Fish, to the wacky sides of Zappa, and the smoothness of Steely Dan, and the ruckusness of Miles Davis's bands. I mean, just a little bit of everything in there really kind of create this disgusting gestalt, I guess you could call it.
A disgusting gestalt. can't even say it, but that was that was a great way to put it, though.
Thank you.
No, seriously, did you just come up with that? Because there's a song right there, you
Off
guys.
the cuff, man. Keeping it fresh. We're improv.
He wrote it in the car and he memorized it right before he walked
There's
in.
no way
That's
you
jazz, man.
memorized that. That was actually very incredible because I do see an eclectic sound and I can feel the difference in the music. And like you said, the difference of the different varied backgrounds that you guys have is just what makes you sound so different. However, you sound like you belong on the radio. I cannot wait. We're going to come back with more with Dogs in a Pile after this. Yeah, baby. And we're going to learn all about the show tonight over at Agave. Stick around, everybody. It's TV8 Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now it's New Year's Day and we're taking a look back at all of our favorite times from 2023. One of them was with a children's author. The book is called Frida Gets a Divorce. It's all about a frog that gets a divorce. Let's check it out.
January is a very special time of the year only because there's so many things happening with the new year. It's also known as Divorce Month. Now, if you're someone who is getting a divorce and you've got those kiddos at home, it's sometimes hard to explain. Well, there's a book to help you, and that's Frida the Frog Gets Divorced. And we've got Nadine Harouni joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about all of your fabulous books.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
Now, we had mentioned earlier that January is known as Divorce Month, and why is that?
I think after the holidays, it's sort of a time that people regroup or drive each other crazy, and so in some cases, and it's people make New Year's resolutions, and maybe they've been unhappy during the course of the year, and the beginning of the year is when everybody starts diets, and I guess they start divorce.
Which, I mean, makes sense, but it is hard on those kiddos at home, and especially if they're at that younger age where they don't quite understand what's happening. And so Frida the Frog Gets a Divorce is here to save the day and help those kids through that. Now, what was the inspiration behind writing Frida the Frog Gets a Divorce?
So the inspiration is actually my mom. Her name is Frida. I tease her, she spells it wrong. She spells her name F-R-I-E-D-A. My Frida is F-R-E-E-D-A because the hidden meaning in the name is I want kids to feel free and families to feel free to have these important conversations. When my mom got divorced and I was taking a class called Writing and Illustrating Children's Books at a college in the city, I made her the subject of my divorce because I mean, kids of all ages go through parents divorcing. I was in my 20s when my parents divorced. And I wrote the draft of the book, and I never tried to get it published because I really didn't know how to do that. This was about 30 years ago. And now fast forward to me being back in, I think, 2015. No, it was 2009, 2008. My kids were little. I was getting divorced, and I didn't really know how to explain the subject matter to my own kids in a way that wouldn't scare the heck out of them. And very matter-of-factly, and there were kids' books, there are other kids' books out there. Just for me, nothing really resonated or felt very matter-of-fact. And even though it's a heavy subject, they were kind of doom and gloom colors. Nothing really kind of felt like how a kid would want to understand. So that kind of motivated me to get my story out there. And hence, Frida the Frog Gets a Divorce came to be once I got a publisher.
Which I think this is so important, and much like yourself, I'm a child of divorce, but my parents I was much younger, and so my parents had to sit us all down. I'm one of many children, and explain this all to us. And so I think that books like this really help those kids understand and learn and be more kindly educated through the process of the divorce, because sometimes it's always not just so black or white. And I think that this does such a great job of explaining what's going to happen and kind of the trials and tribulations as they make those steps forward. Now, you have an entire series of children's books that you have written to kind of help deal with the hardship.
Right, yes. So I agree with everything you just said. And I think kids need things explained to them. The story is meant to be a tool, let's say in your toolbox, so to speak, for parents, for teachers, for anybody to introduce these somewhat heavy subjects and open up a conversation. And all of my books have discussion questions at the end of the book. So this book follows along a frog family as they go through certain situations. Like the first book, she gets divorced. The second book, it was written after I met my own blue frog, somebody of another ethnicity, and we got married and we became a blended family. So it's kind of touching upon diversity, blended families, any kind of mixed race, religion, or ethnicity, just reminding kids sort of not to judge a book by its cover. And then as the frog family travels along, different things happen, which I felt were important to talk about because there's not a lot of books talking about these subjects, not only for the kids who are going through the particular situation, but also for their friends, let's say in school, who have no idea maybe what something is or what their friends might be going through. So I try to encourage these kids to talk about it with their friends, not feel like an outcast and not feel uncomfortable, and then their friends can have a better understanding. So in the third book, she moves to a bigger lily pad. In my case, we moved from Manhattan to the suburbs in New Jersey. And it's talking about major life changes that kids might go through, any sort of, whether it's changing schools, changing towns, houses. Even COVID brought a lot of changes with it. So it's reminding kids that change doesn't have to be so scary after all, which adults obviously could learn. Some adults could learn from that as well. And the fourth book, Frida the Frog Says Farewell to Her Fish, is talking about losing a pet or losing a loved one. In my case, my kids lost their grandma Helen, and they were little, and it was their first time encountering loss, which is very difficult for kids of all ages to go through. And lastly, that brings us up to Frida the Frog and the Two Mamas Next Door, which is written primarily for the LGBTQ community, but also for all kids and all types of families. Because in the book, there's a conversation with the parents, and Frida's reminding the tadpoles that families come in many different shapes and sizes, whether it be two moms, two dads, a mom and a dad, a single parent, and no two families are alike. It's sort of the running thread of the series.
Which I think is so important, and you capture it so well, because these are all things that sometimes there's some challenging moments to get through, and especially things like moving or, losing a loved one or a pet that you're bringing to light in a very positive way. So not only is it therapeutic for the children, but also it's going to be therapeutic for those families. And then, of course, as you're sharing this with us and we're learning that this is more of a personal story, it really helps us take a look inward towards not only ourselves, but you as the author, which I think is really cool.
Thank you. I hope people think it's cool. I think it's easier as an author to write from personal experience. So just like I say, no two families are the same, no two experiences are the same. So this is not meant to generally cover even, let's say, the first book. Every divorce is different. But the theme in this series, aside from reminding kids that no two families are the same, is also just reminding kids to open up to parents or teachers, to use books like this as a tool to open up a conversation with kids, to get them talking and not keep their feelings inside, and just not to feel that there's anything wrong with them if they're going through these things, because some of the situations are talking about different types of families. Some are talking about heavier things that shouldn't really be taboo.
I agree 100%. Well, thank you so much for writing these books and taking the time to highlight kind of these challenging moments. And you're right, no families are the same. Well, Nadine, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information. And thank you again for writing all of these inspirational children's books.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
And if people would like to follow you on social media or purchase the books, where can they do so?
Yes, by all means, please follow me. I will just forewarn you that sometimes I'm completely dorky on my social media pages, but it's Frida the Frog, Freeda, the Frog, all one word. That's my Facebook and Instagram, and I don't really know how to use Twitter. So I have a few things on Twitter. And my website is FreidaTheFrog.com, Freeda, the Frog, all one word.com.
Again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information.
Thank you.
Make sure that if you are looking to get your hands on any of these great books, maybe for the kiddos or for someone you love nearby, that you go to FreidaTheFrog.com, and that way you can purchase the books online. And that's Freeda, thefrog.com. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva.vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm really loving looking back at 2023, all the awesome times we've had here at Good Morning Vail. And one of my favorite times is with Tracy, Colorful Cooking. Let's take a look at some of the yummy things she's made.
You're watching Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. I'm a huge fan of chicken, actually. That's about my favorite protein, and I eat it most of the time. So what we're gonna do is super season it, like lots of salt and pepper over every little part of your chicken breast. We're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the pan, coat it. I have my oven at 350 degrees, and I'm gonna turn this up a little tiny bit because I turned it down, you know, because of that whole summertime heat thing. And what happens when you have your hot pan, you put 2 cold chicken breasts in it, the pan automatically gets a little bit cooler. So crank it up a little bit when you're about to put your chicken in. We're gonna put that raw chicken breast right in there. You can kind of hear the sizzle. I wish we had a little more sizzle, but that was my fault. I was just talking too much. Okay, so there we go. We have the chicken seasoned on one side, but with every good protein, you need to season it on every single side. Now, I'm pretty specific about my seasoning. I like every single bite to have a little salt and pepper. Okay, I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. We're gonna sear each side of the chicken, and then we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees. This is a method that you can do on the grill as well. So if you're grilling and you have your grill really hot, fiery hot, you put your chicken on, you sear it up, you flip your chicken over, and you sear it up again. Then you can either put it in a cast iron pan or a baking sheet and finish it in the oven. This is a trick a lot of chefs use when they're mass producing. Like if I'm cooking filet mignon for 20 people, I will sear it up and then I'll let it cool, and then I'll pop it in the oven right before it's time to eat for about 15 minutes, and it gets to a perfect medium rare temperature. So this is a nice method. Okay, so you want to get a nice sear, a nice color on both sides of your chicken breast. And then we're going to let that sear up for a few more minutes. I'm going to pop it in the oven, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get our Colorado sweet corn out. I just actually cleaned all this corn up. Look at all that stuff hanging off of there. You want to cook it pretty quickly, and then you want to cool it down for this salad. So what I'm going to do is pop this chicken in the oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to finish baking it that way. So it's kind of off the stove. It's going to cook to perfection, and then we're going to have a nice chicken breast, lean and delicious, that we can enjoy. So I'm going to put this in the oven. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, corn salad is on its way. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking. I am Tracy Miller, and we've got some chicken in the oven, and we're also making a corn salad today. It's a really nice, light summertime dinner. To complete the meal, first of all, we have our fresh corn, which here in Colorado, we've got some good corn. So I'm just gonna pop that in the boiling water, and I'm literally gonna boil that for probably about 2 or 3 minutes. Everybody overcooks their corn. You don't need to cook corn very long to keep that nice little pop that corn has. I also have some fingerling potatoes, which I am a huge potato fan. They fill me up. They're pretty basic and easy to make. So what I've done is I've boiled the potatoes in water, and then I've sliced them. Now I have some olive oil in my pan, and I'm just going to fry them up just a little bit. You can also bake them in the oven if you want to. That just gives them a little bit of a crispiness that's going to make them really delicious and decadent. And of course, we are going to season these with a lot of salt and pepper. And veggies are so good and healthy for you. They have a lot of water in them, but they also need a lot of seasoning. So we're going to get those kind of flat on the pan. Notice how I have them spread out. Whenever you're cooking anything in your pan, you want to spread it out. Give everything a lot of space to get the heat around. That's the same if you're doing something in the oven, if you're doing something on a baking sheet. Don't clump it all together. Give it some space so that everything can get some heat around it, and it can all get nice and crispy and cook really well. So what I have is parsley and cilantro right here, and I forgot my brand new knife, so I have to use a knife here in the kitchen. But I'm just going to try to mince this up really nicely. Not sure my knife is going to cooperate with that, because you know, the sharper knife you have, the better off that's going to be. But we're going to just do some parsley and some cilantro mixed together. I'm going to do a lot of salt and pepper, some red wine vinegar. This is what makes it really fun and fresh. And look at how low calorie this is going to be too. So it's going to give you some good flavor on that chicken breast, but it's not going to cost you a lot of calories. We're also going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. And this depends on how much you like olive oil. Add the extra virgin olive oil if you really like the flavor. Add a lighter olive oil if you don't want quite as much olive oil flavor to it. So we're just going to let that sit and kind of absorb all those flavors. Get that red wine vinegar. I can smell that vinegar, and it smells really good. I'm going to actually add a few more herbs to the top of that, and then we're just going to let this sit and relax. And you don't have to let it sit and relax for too long. I would say like 10 or 15 minutes. It's kind of one of those things that you want to make right around go time, and you want to be able to serve it fresh, because that's what it is. It's really fresh. So we've got a low-cal chimichurri here. It originates from Argentina. good on any meat. I put it on steak quite a bit. You could even use it as a taco seasoner if you wanted to like put it on top of your taco or something like that. But right now, we're just gonna save it for the chicken. All right, looks like our corn is possibly done. So let me grab some tongs here and just get that right out of there. See, that looks nice. And it's still kind of firm. It's not mushy at all. So what's going to happen now is we are going to just let that cool down for a second, and then I'm going to cut all the corn off to make the corn salad. I think one of the reasons why I was like doing this corn salad is because both my daughters had braces and neither one of them could eat corn, and I was like, had to cut the corn off all the time, and I'm like, hey, wait, I remember this. This is kind of a nice way to eat corn. Doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Chimichurri is a stuck in your teeth kind of dish too, so if you're eating it with a friend, that's the way to go because that cilantro might stick around. You have to ask, hey friend, do I have anything in my teeth? Can't be on a date or anything like that, you know, a new date. All right, so we're going to crank the potatoes up. We just want to get a little crisp on them. We have the chicken cooking in the oven. I've seared it on both sides. I've popped it in the oven at 350. It's probably going to take about 20-25 minutes to reach 165. We're going to pull that out. We're going to let it rest for a minute, and then we're going to slice it up. We are going to put it on top of the potatoes, and then we are going to make the corn salad. I'm going to pop the corn under some cold water while we take a quick break. When we return, it is a Mexican corn salad that I really think you're going to like a lot. So stick around. We've got chicken in the oven. We're making a corn salad. This is going to be a nice light dinner for you and your family. I think the chicken is all done. So it's in the cast iron pan. I've had it in the oven at 350 for maybe about 20 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it out of the cast iron pan so that it doesn't cook any more than it already is going to. These are massive chicken breasts. I think that can feed a family of 3 to 4. Okay, so now we're just going to kind of take all the corn off. I don't know why, but I really like doing this. And look at how fresh and poppy, for lack of a better word, this corn is. All right, so I have the corn. I also have romaine, and I'm just going to put the corn, and I cooled the corn down under cold water. You blanch it, you boil it, and then you put it in cold water. It keeps that beautiful color. All right, I like spice, and I like jalapeno spice. We're gonna make it nice and spicy with the seeds and the stems, a raw jalapeno, which I like as well, and then we're gonna put that in there. So we have romaine, we have fresh corn, we have a little bit of jalapeno, and then a mixture of mayonnaise, Parmesan cheese, lime juice, chili powder, and a little bit of olive oil. So I've made that up. So here we go, we have our salad. I'm gonna move it over to our platter because we've got the chicken waiting there, which I'm gonna slice. We're gonna put the salad, and see, maybe this is a good way to do it because now the corn's on the bottom, so if I serve it like this, like all the lettuce is on top, this salad is delicious. You will absolutely love it. Now I think we're getting ready to slice the chicken, so we're gonna kind of do our grand finale in just a moment. We're making grilled chicken breast, corn salad. We've got most of it made. I'm gonna take a quick break, wash my hands, clean this place up a little bit, and then show you how it's done when we're done. Welcome back. I got to get Maddie Evans in the kitchen. Maddie, how you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to try this right now, though.
Okay, good. I have a piece of chicken there for you. I hear you're a big fan of chicken, so give it a bite.
All right,
I cooked it in the oven, and it has to have a little bit of moisture, which it was pretty juicy when I was cooking it. So there you go. Tell me, does it have some moisture in it? Is it pretty good? Did you get a little bit of the corn salad in there too?
Oh my gosh,
she likes it.
That chicken is amazing.
It's good. That's how you cook it. You sear it up, you finish it in the oven. You can do that with any meat that you have. We will have all the recipes online. We've got fingerling potatoes. Have a little more. How's it going? You're back on TV.
I'm back. It's amazing, but you can't talk to me now because I'm going to stuff my face.
Okay, so we've got the corn salad. This is a perfect summer dish. It's healthy, it's high in protein, it's low in calories, and it's going to taste good if you'd like to make it for your family or even for a party. Like you could do this on a platter for a party. I'm Tracy Miller. That's Maddie Evans. This is Colorful Cooking. Thanks for watching.
Knapp Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Knapp Nectar Hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, our very own Ben likes to take outdoor adventures. Yes, he loves to adventure. Let's take a look at one of his outdoor adventures.
Welcome to Outdoor Adventures. I'm Ben Roof. We are heading out to Booth Falls Trail today for an easy but a little bit steep 4.2-mile hike out to a gorgeous waterfall. If we were feeling a little bit more ambitious today, we could take it all the way out to Booth Lake, which is an 8.6-mile hike out and back. Both hikes are gorgeous views up into the Gore Range and into the Eagle's Nest Wilderness. But there is no parking at the trailhead, so we are here at the Vail Transportation Center waiting for a bus to take us out to the gorgeous trail. I hope you'll stick with us. We finally made it to the trailhead. It's only about a 5-minute bus ride from the transportation center, but we could have taken one of the rentable shift bikes found around town, or if we were staying at a local hotel, I'm sure they have a shuttle available for us. It's about 2 miles from here to the falls, and it's gonna be about 1,300 feet in elevation gain. We're starting here at about 8,300, and we're gonna finish at about 9,600, I should say. It's gonna be about 1.5 miles of fairly mellow elevation incline, with that last half mile being a lot more rugged. Let's get after it right now. So heading up this first incline on the hike, we do have a decent steepness right off the bat to get us warmed up, but it shouldn't sustain for that long. Man, that first quarter mile was pretty steep, but it looks like things level out quite a bit from here. We're approaching the boundary to the National Wilderness Area, and that's different from the National Forest in a couple of important ways. The idea behind it is that we're trying to keep it as free from human impact as possible. So we're only allowed to travel here on foot, and to camp we need a permit. Unlike the National Forest areas, there's no motorized transportation allowed at all here. So no mountain bikes, no dirt bikes, no cars, and no drones. So we also aren't allowed to take our dogs on the Town of Vail bus, and because of that, my best friend isn't with me here today. Well, let's keep going and see what else we can find. One of my favorite things about hiking is that it's something that just about anybody can do, regardless of economic situation. As long as you can walk and you have a decent pair of shoes, you can get out and enjoy the nature. But there are a lot of things that can make hiking way more pleasant, whether that's a decent water bottle, good shoes, hiking boots, or what we're going to talk about today, a good layer. And what I've got for you is the Smartwool Active Hoodie. And this guy is fantastic. It's one of my absolute favorite layers. It's great for all year round, whether it's an early morning hike like we're doing today, where we're getting out in nature during the cold. It's gonna warm up a lot over the course of the day, but no matter what, this shirt isn't gonna get too warm. And even if through all the activity we start to sweat in it, because it's wool, it's gonna stay warm. But it's a nice thin layer, whether it's this one right here or the blue one that I've got on and have had on with me the whole hike. It's a fantastic layer for winter and for summer because it lays down nice and flat, and in the case of rain, or if you need to keep the sun off your neck, it's got a great little hood. And this hood can fold back, stuff down in your other layers, and it's just light enough that it doesn't get in the way and doesn't feel bulky. So check out our sponsor, Sun & Ski, for a Smartwool Active Hoodie today. So if you take a look behind me real quick, you can see all of these aspen trees that are laid over on their sides. This is just a quick demonstration of the awesome power that is an avalanche. All around me, these aspen trees have been laid flat by snow that's come down from the slope above. Something to always be aware of when we're traveling around in the backcountry, and when we're out in the summer enjoying these trails, we can see some of these debris fields that were left from the snow over the course of the winter. Just one little cool thing I thought you guys might like to check out. about 2 miles. It took me a little over 2 hours to get here, but we are finally at the top of Booth Falls. You can hear the falls roaring behind me, and we've got some gorgeous views, making the hike well worth the effort. Those last little bits were quite difficult with some loose scree or talus to coat over. But now that we're here, let's take in a little bit of those views.
Just listen to that water roar. But we can't stay here forever, so it's time for us to start heading back down. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's outdoor adventure for the Booth Falls Trail. And I hope you'll join us again next week when we're gonna go hike Nolan Lake out at Sylvan Lake State Park. Stay tuned, we've got some more show for you right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Danielle Turner, the Vice President and General Manager of TVA Vail. We're proud to be your community television station, broadcasting your favorite local morning show 7 days a week and bringing engaging and enriching content to our Latino community. Watch Good Morning Vail December 30th through January 2nd as we take a look back at some of our most watched content from 2023. Oh, what a year it was, but 2024 promises to be even bigger. I invite you to join us on that journey because there's always more for you on Channel 92. Happy New Year to you, and thank you for making the TV8 family part of your family.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34.
Welcome back to the second hour. Happy New Year's Day. I can't believe it, 2024 and 2023 did not disappoint. So we're going to take you back throughout this year at Good Morning Vail. So sit right back because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning.
8-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Happy 2024. I can't believe it. We're taking a look back at all things 2023, and we are taking a look at Kim Smith, Adventures in Coaching. Let's check it out.
Hi there, welcome to this edition of Adventures in Coaching. I'm Kim Smith and I'm a career and business success coach. And recently we've been talking about a lot of various coaching topics, including how important it is to define and align your purpose, how to identify limiting beliefs, and a lot about how to change your mindset for success. And we're going to be shifting gears a little bit and switching it up, and I'm going to be interviewing some community members about these topics and their journeys to their success. So with me today is Dan from Dogma Athletica. He's the owner there. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's so great to have you. We've talked a few times, and I've always been really inspired by how you've integrated purpose and a lot of these things into your life and your career. So please tell me a little bit about your journey.
Sure, well thank you for the compliment, I appreciate that. My journey, I'm going to go back to when I graduated from college, because really at that point in my life was when I identified the need to really have purpose and definition around my career path as a young individual, and defining what meaning was to me and what goals were to me. And so I've been a longtime believer in sitting down every once in a while and saying, all right, what's my purpose? What's my mission? What are my values that I'm living out in my day-to-day family life, career life, social life, all of that?
Yeah, and I love how you integrate it to really all aspects of your life, not just your career. And the other thing that really stands out to me is that you did it at a very young age, whereas a lot of people that I talk to, they don't really have any idea of like kind of where they're going and just try out a lot of different things. So how did that make a difference for you in your career path?
It really helped me identify when opportunities would come up, what were the right opportunities and what were the wrong opportunities for me.
Yeah.
Because when I took the time to write out my personal values, what was important to me, and how those values translated into what I wanted my mission to be for my career, it made it really easy when something came up. It might have looked really attractive at first glance, but when I would reflect back on, hey, does this reflect my values? Does this help me live out my mission? And if the answer was no to those, then I identified quickly like, all right, this isn't the right opportunity for me.
Yeah, that is just such a great example of everything that I try to talk to people about and how important that is. So tell me, we've talked a little bit about how you worked in one industry in the corporate world for a while and then decided to make a really big shift.
Yeah, so this comes back to that values and mission piece. It's interesting, when Yahoo first came about, Yahoo emails, I actually wrote out my mission statement and I emailed it to myself so I could like have a ready repository that I was able to come back to years later and kind of look at that mission and say, hey, is that still true? And so I developed this practice of every couple of years taking a little miniature sabbatical, getting away on my own and kind of thinking about those values, were they still consistent with where I was in life and that mission, and did I feel like I was still in that season of life that mission was central to me. And so for the longest time, my mission was to use my God-given skills and abilities to create job opportunities and help businesses grow through a finance role. And over the course of the last several years, I just felt the winds of change. And when I sat down about 3 years ago to do my little miniature sabbatical, I said, that's not my mission anymore. I don't feel that as a calling. And what I identified is that I needed to take some time to transition to find what that calling was. And so I actually did like a 3 hours type of framework for myself. I said, all right, I'm going to retire from the corporate world in order to recover for a little bit. I'm going to reorient, and that reorientation was using that sabbatical to do some volunteer work and to kind of identify, hey, what is the mission for me, and then redirect. And that redirect was identifying, hey, I don't want to use finance as a way of helping people out. I want to use fitness as a way of helping people out. And so I wrote my new mission statement, which was to use fitness and health and welfare to help individuals realize their goals and objectives in life. And that's what led us to acquire Dogma Athletica, and that's what brought us, my wife and I, to the Vail Valley.
Wow, that's a great story. And along the way, did you ever, have any limiting beliefs or fears that came up about making such a drastic change in your career after having a successful career for quite a while?
Certainly lots of uncertainty, and uncertainty can lead to fear or self-doubt. It's interesting, you mentioned as limiting thoughts in the coaching business that we do, and we do a lot of performance coaching for athletes. We approach it as performance psychology, and we phrase it as negative thoughts. So how do you stop negative thoughts? And it applies to you and I as individuals, as business people. And the practice that I identified is really kind of cognitive behavior oriented, where it's identifying when a negative thought comes up, thinking about like, all right, what is that thought? Where is it coming from? To some extent, even recognizing what's the physical sensation that you feel with that negative thought, but then developing a toolkit where you redirect. So you hear that negative thought or you feel that negative thought coming up and envisioning like a stop sign and saying, all right, stop that thought process. Then having a redirect which is prepared for that. So that thought process for me was, I don't know sales and marketing. How am I going to do this as a business owner? It's all about sales and marketing. The redirect was, hey, I've mastered lots of new skills over the course of my career history. This is a new skill that I have the ability to master it. So let me lay out the action plan for how I'm going to master sales and marketing to move forward.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so much like what I talk about when I say taking a challenge and making it an opportunity. Figuring out, how it can benefit you. What is the solution? What is the outcome going to be? And, when you did that, did it help you to really hang on to those goals?
Absolutely. It was instrumental in not just hanging on to the goals, but achieving the goals. and having a healthier mental attitude towards that challenge. Just like you said, it's not a challenge, it's an opportunity. And I said, hey, this is something for me to develop that I haven't done in the past. This is really exciting versus really scary.
Right. And tell me a little bit about, like, along the way, about your support system.
Family, friends, colleagues. Having a trusted set of advisors is really important in terms of friends, colleagues, coaches like yourself that you can turn to and say, here are the things that I'm dealing with, or the challenges that I'm trying to address. Give me your thoughts and input. Here's my plan. What do you think of my plan? Type of thing.
That's amazing, because a lot of times it stays in the head until you kind of start putting it out there and verbalizing.
That's right.
So that can make a big difference.
And having someone to say, this is a really good idea, you can make it great if you were to tweak these couple of things about it.
Yeah, oh, amazing. So tell me a little bit along your journey, any time where you've had a shift even in your current business and how you've addressed that.
Yeah, I'll say one of the shifts that we took on right away was the ownership transition. And the prior owners had great reputations in the environment for what they had done with the gym and what the gym meant. The transition was for me to shift that from being the prior owners to my ownership, having that reputation. And the way we really addressed that was me thinking about, how do I engage people in the community and people in the gym and establish and continue the gym's reputation so that people see, all right, the prior owners are gone, but Dogma Athletica is not gone.
Yeah.
Dogma Athletica is still there and the same. And so having a thoughtful plan in terms of communication plan, engagement plan, and then really kind of getting it down to discrete steps and saying, all right, here are the steps that I'm going to execute. And we did that, and we had just a wonderful reputation as being really engaging, positive, welcoming culture that I simply love having at the gym.
Yeah, and that really comes through when, we're in the gym with you and seeing what you're doing. And I get your emails about your clients, and you always focus some success story. So tell me about how some of these things have affected your clients as well.
There was a recent woman that I interviewed. Her name is Jessica DeYoung. She's a local community member here. Jessica went through a battle with cancer, ocular cancer. And one of the incredible things that she shared with me was that coming back to Dogma Athletica was actually one of her motivations for getting through her treatment and getting through her recovery. And I heard that, and I was like, you're just telling me that because it's me. And she's like, no, honestly, she said the support network that she had there in terms of the friends, the environment, the mental and the emotional engagement that she feels in the gym were big motivators for her. And I said, you know what, that's wonderful to hear, because that is my mission.
Yeah, that is amazing. So tell me a little bit about things that might really inspire you or inspire people that are listening to this interview.
What really inspires me is when people have a growth-oriented mindset, when people look for learning opportunities. And so we have every month a theme. September's theme is coincidental with the school year, is learning. And so that's something that I love seeing it when people bring tidbits to me in terms of opportunities for me to grow, or when I'm able to provide people with opportunities for them to grow and learn. Yeah. Having that growth mindset, I think, makes for a wonderful community like what we have here.
Yeah, that really does make a difference from thinking, of like growth and expansion versus, oh, this is too challenging, I can't do it. And I love how people are adopting that, especially you and your organization. And it's been super inspiring sitting here with you today. And I'm so excited for your success and where you're going. And I look forward to hearing more and more about, where things go. And if anybody is interested in learning more about you and your business, how can they reach you?
They can go out to our website, so dogmaathletica.com. There's actually a section on there where they can schedule a visit with me, and I would love to chat with them about either fitness challenges or performance psychology, and see how we could be of assistance to them.
Perfect. That sounds great. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how coaching can help your success, please reach out to me at kim@adventuresincoaching.com. And I hope you have a wonderful and successful day.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do. So even though you work for
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals now. Check this out.
studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Silky and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I love clothing and I love good people, and the two come together so beautifully at Skipper and Scout. Let's take a look at the interview I got to do with Carrie. Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited. I'm here with the amazing Carrie Roach at Skipper and Scout. Everyone loves it here. It is such a beautiful space. It has such good energy, and I love the clothing. I walked in, Carrie, and I'm like, I want this in my size, this in my size, and you know what? They do have adult sizes. How are you doing, Carrie?
I'm great. Thanks for coming today. We're excited to have you.
I am so excited to be here, and we're twins, and I feel good. I love this. I love this moment for us.
We're ready for the ski season.
Which is opening day is right around the corner. Super stoked about that. So, Carrie, I know that you've been here in Vail Village for about 10 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, next year will be our 10-year anniversary. Opened in 2014, and can't believe it's going to be 10 years almost.
Well, I can, because a little secret, Carrie didn't realize, because I used to have blonde hair. We won't talk about that moment. I used to come in, and I don't have children. I used to come into your store when it was across the ice rink and sit on Santa's lap for pictures. And I had so much fun with my dog, and you were so sweet. You're like, you know what? That's your fur baby, Gypsy. And you were so sweet. So it's so neat to see your store evolving, and it's such a neat space for people. Even if you don't have children, I don't think people realize there's something for everyone here.
Yeah. I think we try to, coming from my background of, walking into a store, whether you have a birthday in mind, a baby, a shower, a niece's birthday, or just something fun for a friend. We always want to be like, I need that.
Yeah.
I give that to a friend. And so something for everything.
Well, and I love that as well, because I love the mommy and me moment, even though, not yet. I don't, but I have so many little girls, little boys, and my friends have, they're like my nieces and nephews, and I dress up with them all the time. Actually, I'm going over to Thanksgiving with one of my girlfriend's little girls, and I think I might have to buy something here. So it's really, again, just to say there's something for everyone here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think, we started pretty much from the beginning of starting having a range. Most kids' stores will top at a certain age, and we've always tried to carry baby all the way through to teens. And teens is a tough age for boys or girls to have something cool before they, want to have, they have their own style, even at 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And so is it their favorite sequins jacket, an embellished jean jacket, to something that makes them feel good. what we found with kids, and we do a ton of modeling, a lot of focus on self-esteem, is that if a child loves what they're wearing, then that exudes who they are in their personality. And then like that's an amazing experience, and that's who they walk into the school or, performance and feeling awesome.
I love that you said that because you do such a great job on your socials because again, I checked that out. I love it. And all the kids feel so good. It's poetry in motion, really, what you put on. I mean, you guys were so lovely to have me wear this today and I feel so good. And you're right. It's self-expression is so very important, even at a young age, to be able to pick something out. And I see that more and more now than when I was little growing up. People want you to express yourself and show your true colors, and this is such a beautiful space to do it.
Well, I think, we have so much competition in the world for social media, and so we always want to have and portray that kind of organic social media perspective. And so many kids are just jumping at the chance to kind of come in and model with their friends or have that special moment. And so it's nice with or without, the parents around.
You don't even know this, but 3 of my friends' children have been on your socials. One woman I'm dear friends with, Mariana, her little girls, and they just, it's neat because every little boy, every little girl that I see on there, you're right, they just exude self-confidence. And how cool is that to feel beautiful and really starting, yes, it's the outside, but outside in, that you feel so good and empowered. And I want to touch base. You guys are a store, yes, but it's really a vibe, a moment. You have events, you do cool things. Can you kind of touch base on that?
Yeah, well, I think like our team, we're bilingual. We are, just used to kind of dealing with an amazing level of customer service.
Right.
Whether you buy something or not, we want you to have a good experience here.
Yeah.
Walk out and say, oh, I'm coming back there.
This is my spot.
So I think we kind of, with the modeling perspective of connecting with kids that way, we just started to look at the Valley and saying, like, what else could we be doing for kids? What free events could we be having? There was Elsa moments. We had off-Broadway young girls singing for us, making that magic moment for kids.
That. Yeah.
Then we, face painting. Hair tinseling.
I love the hair tinsel, by the way. That's something I want to do still.
Art for a while got a little, crazy. But we have an awesome space out here. But, so many of the holidays tend to be so candy or, focused on other things. We wanted to kind of always make it experiential for them to come in and, do a book signing, to doing a reason to come to Vail and not be at something that you had to pay to play. Paying to ski, paying to, go to a lot of events. They're all free.
Well, and I love that too so much that you said, and it is a big deal, and it shows your energy and your love for the community. You want people to come in, and of course you're running a business, but you said, even if you don't see anything this time around, you want them to feel that safe space to come back and be like, hey, you know what? I don't need to go in and spend X amount of dollars. I'm here to experience it.
Yeah. No, I think it's been a wonderful 9 years of just having that. And, it takes a lot of work to kind of communicate that message in social media. And that's why we were kind of saying, gosh, we need to make sure that the Valley knows what we're trying to do in Vail Village and down the Valley with kids. So.
Well, you have awesome energy. You're such a sweetie and I love it in here. I'm like, I just want to come in and hang out. Can you tell us some of the vibe, the new trends, the fashion, the mommy and me? I'm super into that. Can you kind of, I just looking at all these beautiful clothes, what kind of is happening right now? What the hot thing is?
I know. Well, it's funny because every year we're like, how else do we say ski or après?
Love it.
Or Vail. I think it's funny because we have so many new people coming year to year that are looking for something kind of retro and vintage. I think the customization is huge. Mm-hmm. So we do a ton of customization. And I'd say probably the embellished jean jackets. Now we realize that we have to have kind of a tutu and a sparkly jacket year round.
I'm laughing because literally this is my New Year's Eve outfit we're explaining right now. So it's from the little kids up, they're going to be looking good.
The moms are always like, where's my size? So Lola and the Boys is a really fun brand that, yes, out of Chicago. And she's really, realize for boys and girls, and then for moms too, that they kind of want to match and be sassy too.
I love that you said this because on your Instagram, that is the store that I'm always like, that is such a cute jacket or whatever, and I go look and it's the young girls, and so to know that now the moms and this again, I feel so good, and I have to say jeans, leather pants, you dress it up. And I've noticed that about a lot of clothing in here. Dress it up, dress it down. It's just fun.
So our tagline for Skipper and Scout has always been outfitting kids from the sea to the mountains. So whether you're here, you're going to a vacation, by the beach,
Yeah.
We're trying to help you accommodate and, be outfitted for whatever occasion. And I think price points, we try to have a little bit of a range for everybody. And I think someone will come in and if they're like, well, we're not here for an outfit. Well, they'll find a hat, they'll find a purse, they'll find a great little, accessory. We're not a toy store, but we definitely try to have a lot of great travel stuff.
My eyes went straight down. I'm like, I know a little girl in mind right now that I'm going to get one of the stuffies for Christmas. It's so neat, just even as an adult. And again, I think this is kind of worth pointing out, even if you don't have children, still to come in, nieces, nephews, cousins, yourself. I mean, you're never going to see me without this sweater this season. I'm just saying that on Good Morning Vail will be a lot and on the other shows. But I love what you're doing so much. And 10 years almost. That is, congratulations. That's a big deal.
No, we've had a wonderful team that represents us every day. I'm not one to be in the camera and in front of everything, but I'm just super proud of our team that has literally made that experience, communicated every day. 365 days a year, to the locals, and to all of our guests that come to Vail. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I am so stoked on this store. I have been forever, and I love it so much. I know that so many people are going to want to know where to go, how to find you guys. Can you kind of give us the best places, website, socials? What do you feel?
Yeah, no, I think we love to be on Instagram because that's, can be so kind of creative. We're always like, what reel can we do? Fast, slow. How do we communicate our vibe?
Yeah.
So we're on Instagram, Skipper Scout Vail. We do have an online website. I think that's the thing that is people will leave here and say, this is my favorite store in the country. And I'm like, well, when you go back to Connecticut, I'm like, don't forget to shop us, on your birthday.
Can you tell us that story real quick? Because that's amazing. I'm going to brag a little bit here about Skipper and Scout.
So yeah, I was seeing some friends in Nantucket and walking around shopping for a change, somewhere else. And these two young girls were walking in front of me, trailing probably their two moms. Yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, where's our store? Where's our store to go shopping? We've been all these stores with our moms. And this girl, I swear, says, she goes, oh my gosh, my favorite store is in Vail, Colorado. Mm-hmm. She's like, Skipper and Scout. She's like, it's the best store. I always find and, love going there. And and it was just funny. I was like, did someone just plug that?
But how good does that make you feel as the store owner? I mean, that is pretty beautiful. That's brilliant.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we're just so happy when, someone will say, gosh, you made my daughter's birthday, or we'll see the pictures of the kids in the clothes. Yeah. Having that special first birthday, or family pictures. That's always really fun and big, or Christmas or Hanukkah or your holiday family gatherings and pictures and stuff like that.
Well, and I love that you said that because it is so much more than just, yes, it's a beautiful clothing store, but I love that you said that it's a vibe, it's memories, and that's so beautiful.
Well, I like to be a part of those memories.
Yeah.
That's really what we're trying to kind of create. So it's trying to curate 350 brands here. we do it somehow. We may be short on a few socks, but you can't be everything to everybody, but we try to be.
Well, I think you do a great job. Skipper and Scout in Vail Village, thank you so much, and we will be talking to you again very, very soon.
Thank you for coming.
Of course. And keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Good morning, Vail.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, one of our favorite moments was the Vail Film Festival this past year. No surprise, that was one of the highest watched shows. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am with Lena and Sharon. I am so excited. Lena, you are an actress.
No,
Oh,
I am
you're
the writer and the director. Yes.
And Sharon,
She
we
looks
got
like
all
one.
mess- She does look like one. The writer and the director, and we have an amazing meeting me, amazing film. And Sharon, what do you do?
I'm the producer.
Producer. I love this. This is so. I love that you said she looks like one. That's so great. So you guys, first and foremost, meeting me is all about women, two women serendipitously coming together in a time that maybe they're very different women. Did I get this correctly? And very different energy, culture, maybe?
Yeah, it's about two women from very different backgrounds,
Yes.
upbringings, and you're right, they meet serendipitously one morning, and they both need a friend in this moment, as oftentimes a lot of us do, and
Right.
a friendship evolves over the course of a day.
And I love this, and we were speaking a little bit before we got on film because it's so beautiful and brilliant, the women empowerment feeling and that piece of meeting friendships. And I know all friendships are great, but women meeting other women at a time when you don't always think that you are maybe gonna be friends, and being from different cultures, different backgrounds, and really seeing that you have a lot more in common than maybe one would meets the eye, I guess. How did you think about this film? How did it come to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think it came to be because I'm always inspired by the friends that are around me, and
Yes.
they've always, obviously been my support system, and they give me comfort and whatnot. But they also challenge me and push me to think in different ways. And
I love that.
And I have so many different friends who are from such different backgrounds, and I'm always. I start to think in different ways because of that, and I grow, and I feel like we kind of do that throughout the course of our friendship. And I have some amazing friends with me here today, Sharon being one of them.
Well, and I was just about to, we're going to call you out, Sharon, it's happening. But as a writer-director, did she kind of help with this moment of this friendship vibe? Because you guys seem like you're really close.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we're friends, we realized 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, so we became friends when I first moved to LA about 10 years ago.
I love that.
Yeah, and she definitely helped me adjust in so many ways, hopefully.
Well, and I just love all of us walking in and Sharon's like, okay, I'm going on. I didn't know, but the difference in even, I love it because Sharon, you're mountain chic.
Try.
We looked, our outfits,
Yes,
but it's
exactly.
neat that you can see the vibe, that you guys have this great energy, and maybe you guys are a little bit different, even the way you dress or the way that you talk, etc. And it's such a neat, empowering moment. I love that. So tell us a little bit more about the film. I'm excited to hear it. How long did it take to create?
Oh my God. Well, it started before the pandemic.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yes, and so like I said, we went to grad school together, and so not long after grad school, we were hungry to make a feature because we'd made some shorts.
Right.
And so we were like, let's pull together actresses, the people that we went to school with, the resources that we have, and everything is still fresh for us. And so we kind of started to make that happen. And principal photography was actually in 2019, or the first bit of photography. And so we call that the 3 years earlier portion. And then we realized that we wanted to shoot a little bit more, or reshoot a couple scenes, but then the pandemic happened. So we put it aside for a while, and then as things were opening up again and getting safer, we were thinking maybe instead of doing reshoots, we would actually, I would write new scenes set in present day. So we would sandwich the film with present day scenes, and so bringing it into the present, because we're all in such a different state of mind.
That's brilliant. I want to pause you there for a second, because that's something I had never thought about. And that's such an interesting piece, right? It seems so simplistic, but that's pretty powerful to have that moment where, like, of course, this all went down in our world and it changed. I mean, it did change so much. And for you to be like, we're not just going to continue on with, like, this had not happened, and to bring it into, that's pretty powerful. That's neat.
Yeah, and I think it helps that, well, basically our friendships, the ones that grow, they grow over time. And I think in that way, we had grown and the actresses had grown, and so it becomes a fuller story of friendship because of that, and not just that one day where a possible friendship comes to be. But 3 years later, they realize, oh, we still want to be friends.
I love, okay, I'm so into this. I'm like, Sharon, so I told her just smile and nod. You're doing a great job. You look great. Can you give us a little bit more information about the two characters?
Sharon, do you want to take this a little bit?
Well, they are your characters. I was going to speak more on the project as a whole.
You can tell us whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I'll let Lena talk about the character she created. That I think, based on, like she was saying, all of the friends she had met, and that was one of the many reasons why I was drawn to the project. And I think that's what makes meeting me so special. And it wasn't planned, and we weren't intending to do this, but a lot of actually 90% of the creative heads are female.
Wow.
And I think they were all so drawn because of the story. And so we're very proud of that. And I'm excited to say that this is our world premiere.
That's very exciting.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing that too, because how interesting is that? Right when I met you guys, the first thing out of my mouth was, I'm so excited. You could tell it's just female empowerment. It feels good. And I love that that's the first thing that you said. That's brilliant. That's really cool. And the world premiere.
Yes.
Are you guys nervous, excited, a little bit of both? How are you feeling?
All of it, yeah. So it's a huge range of emotions. I think we're definitely ready to bring it out into the world and share it with people, and hope people enjoy it.
Yes.
And want to bring their friends to it, and can kind of see themselves and another friend reflected in these characters.
Do you feel like it's more comedy based? Is it drama? Is it, what would we say? Is it a little bit of everything?
Yeah, it's definitely a drama.
Okay.
It's a very, I like to say that it's a nuanced portrait of these two women who are so different from each other and their friendship. But there is definitely some comedy in there.
Yes.
Some shenanigans that take place.
Shenanigans.
So yeah, you kind of go through the range of what any sort of relationship is. When you first meet and you're kind of suspicious of each other, you're not sure, but then you enjoy each other's company a little bit, and then you have a misunderstanding and you get through that, and then you laugh together, you cry together, all of those things.
So I guess I was just thinking, because there were so many women involved, and I know when we get together as women, it's so much fun. Can you think of maybe the funniest moment that you had on set? I know, that's a loaded question.
Funniest moment. I feel like we've had plenty of those. Goodness. What was funny?
Didn't somebody play a prank on you?
Or anything that sticks out on your mind?
The cupcakes.
God, I do not remember.
She's like, it was a lot. I'm sure there were a lot of moments. Did you guys all get together and feel like a really sisterhood?
Definitely. Especially when in 2019, that was mostly all one location. We had essentially rented a house where we shot the day, and so we were basically living in that house together for 2 weeks. Not actually living there, but we would be there from morning to night. And I feel like it was just a house of sisters and cousins just hanging out.
A couple of us actually had to bring our pets in because we so we had set pets.
That's wild that you said that because I have 2 little doggies at home and they're my babies and I'm like, oh, how did you do that? Well, that's brilliant. Can you guys let us know where everyone can see the film?
The film will be screened this morning, actually, at 11 a.m. at the Grand Hyatt Cascade Theater.
Awesome. That is so exciting, you guys, and I'm so proud of you, and thank you guys for coming so early and through the snow and everything.
I mean, it was beautiful, though, at least.
I love that you're fans of Vail. That makes me happy.
Love it, love it.
Well, we're so excited to watch the film. Thank you guys so much for coming. And, you know, I'm so thrilled that you guys have done this. Is there another platform that people can watch this if they can't go today, make it out today?
Well, it's not available yet. Right. Hopefully we'll be doing more festivals in the new year soon. But we are on Instagram. It's at @meetingyou_meetingme.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season.
Good morning, Vail.
We've loved all the memories and moments here on Good Morning Vail in 2023, and yet again, Vail Film Festival was on the top of the list with Shutterbugs. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. Now we are continuing our coverage of the Vail Film Festival. Joining me today on the couch is the entire team of the film, the psychological drama Shutterbug. How is everyone?
Great.
Thanks for having us. Well, we've got, you guys are, you're the entire crew of this film, and it's such a unique film. So we'll start with you, Johanna. Tell me about the premise of the story, and where did you film, all of the details.
Sure. So Shutterbugs is a psychological drama about a woman who returns home after her mom unexpectedly passes, and isolated in her childhood farmhouse with her grief and memories and some suspicious circumstances surrounding the death, she goes down some dark and windy roads. It's a mother-daughter story. It's a mystery. And yeah, it's our debut feature as a new filmmaking team. This was born during the pandemic. We were quarantining with my parents, and it was kind of a combination of just a love letter to my home and to my parents and to my mom, who's just house and personality are all over this film, albeit we took a lot of narrative license. And it was a story about loss at a moment, a really unbalanced moment in time when we were all worried for our loved ones, and we were seeing a lot of, shaky fears around grief and loss, and we wanted to make a portrait on that. And it was also a way for us to see what it was like to make a first film together as best friends who'd been in the industry for a while, but had never collaborated on something.
That's so incredible, and it's such an interesting, like, just watching the trailer, it's so interesting on how the film like starts to tell the story just in the trailer. You know, you're very suspenseful. You're like, what is this story that she's telling, and all of these different scenes. So it's exciting, very exciting. So Brennan, director of photography, tell me, this is a really exciting project for you because you're typically doing other things on films as well. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, exactly. This was actually my first time really touching a camera at all. I'm typically a first assistant director.
Okay.
And we're not allowed to touch anything. We just bark orders all day. So it's a very logistics focused job, and unlike the director of photography where it's a lot of playtime, we prepped very hard and for a long time to make sure when the gear got there, we could figure it out and have time to capture everything. But it was a blast. I loved it. I got to wake up every morning excited to shoot whatever scene was up that day. And it was really great. I hope to do more.
He also plays the antagonist.
Okay.
So when we're both in the same scene, Jamie was director of photography. So.
Yes, I tried my best to fill his shoes.
So Jamie, primarily you edited the film, but
Yes.
you also were director of photography. So talk to me about your role.
Yeah, I mean, I would say mostly editor, and then like whatever else we needed on set. With a cast and crew of 3 people, it was both like so fun and also really challenging at times. You just usually need a couple more hands. So I recorded sound on set, held bounce boards, followed camera, whatever was needed. So it really was, like Brennan mentioned, kind of playtime, which I think is unique in filmmaking. You're usually really needing to be on a schedule, and time is money. And for us, it was like, let's just make sure we get it and that we're still enjoying each other. And then the edit was just so much fun. We just spent a lot of time on it, and Johanna and I looked at every take, and just, I don't know, it was just a time to experiment. This film has a lot of sound design and rich soundscape, and that really was fun to build with our composer and sound designer, Eric Elterman. So it's been a blast.
So anybody is welcome to answer this question. So it's just the 3 of you working on this film collectively. So what were the initial challenges, and then how did that also make it special to you? So whoever wants to grab it, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge was we honestly didn't know if we could pull it off. If Brennan could pull focus on a cinema camera with a long lens for the first time, or if we would be able to get through this and remain friends. And I think, as Jamie said, it ended up being just such a revelatory, lovely silver lining to the pandemic and to that moment that we were stuck up there, but it also just became so personal. Maybe the biggest challenge on set was my mother, and the fact that she had the idea of continuity was a little bit difficult. This was a live set and a living home. So she's like rotating plants and switching out doilies and just a busybody around the house. So we had to keep continuity intact. But it was really special to share it with my parents and to share it in a place where I grew up. And it was really special to bring my close friends into that.
It's also a testament to Johanna's writing of the script, that she wrote specifically to both capture these themes that are in it about loss and grief, but also to take advantage of what we had at our disposal, which was her farmhouse, the beautiful landscape around it, this half broken down home next door, and the 3 of us, meaning that's why she cast Brennan.
That's the only reason?
Well, he's now a star, clearly. And so it's really a testament to the script and how great it is, because at the end of this, we really looked at it and said, wow, we have a film here, and we've been so fortunate to be able to share it across the country at different festivals. We're so happy to be here at Vail. We're Colorado natives, actually, so we get to share it in our hometown and get responses from people who are affected or moved or enjoyed our film, and that's what
is
it's all
this
about.
the first festival premiere that it will be showing?
No, we're actually kind of at the end of our run,
Great.
but it's really special, as
Yeah.
Jimmy said, to be able to share it with so many friends and family of theirs, and our
Great
second
to,
hometown.
to have the finale almost,
Yeah.
to have it here in your hometown. That's really excellent. So where can we go see the film? It's playing today, so tell me about
Today at 4 p.m. at Cascade Theater 2.
Okay.
We will obviously all be there and can answer any and all questions. And yeah, we're really excited to share it and really grateful to be here.
Yeah.
And come on out.
It's such a unique film, so I'm excited for everyone to see it here, and especially for the two of you and your kind of in your homecoming, you know, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to show the trailer now,
great.
so our audience gets to see it as well, and they get a teaser for tonight. Let's take a look.
Amazing.
Mud cakes and moss capes and boulders for pillows. Dragonfly fairies that swing from the willows. Make for the hay, but beware not to stray. Next is the clue that will crown your big day.
Just wanted to thank you. Dealing with all that.
What's your relationship to the deceased, ma'am?
I'm her daughter.
Where peepers sing and wind chimes ring, you used to sit and wallow. So we need to do follow-up on some of the findings before we make a final report.
What does that mean? Why'd you check on her?
Sam.
Believe in ghosts.
Sam, you there?
Mama?
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tvavail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, what an awesome 2023 we had, and 2024 is not going to disappoint. So make sure and stay with us here at Good Morning Vail. We'll see you soon.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see